of what the fellas think. We gonna get male and female perspective on some juicy topics. Hopefully, y'all are entertained and get some good laughs and some good thought provoking ideas out of this. Um, I'm Brandon, one of the three amazing co-hosts on this podcast, and my wife will join me, and I'll introduce her in a minute here. And then, Jeremy, you go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Jeremy. I'm the other co-host. Unfortunately, Miss Ayan can't make it today, so hopefully next week or following week she can come with us. Hey Brendan, I think it's gonna be a good topic. It's something new for us. We open the door of like this male female debate, you can say, or just viewpoints of what we feel, how we think. So I think it's gonna be a different path, but I like the way it looks up and up. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we get some comments out here once these videos go live. uh, I wanted to start with a good question, a little light question. Your significant other, you and your significant other, if you had a place in the world to travel together, where would it be and why?
Okay, I go and start again. So this is mine. I didn't actually get Ayan's. I want her to do her own thing, but for me, I like the cold. I like cold weather, right? And
Mhm.
I guess most people want to be in a hot weather, be on a balcony, do their thing, all that stuff, right? But for me, you know what I'm saying? For me, I like the cold. So I was thinking of something like, you ever heard of like a Finland igloo resort? It's an igloo resort. So it's like, you ever seen, like, it's kind of like being outside, but you kind of like it's like a glass casing, and it's like I can't even describe, but something like that. For some reason, man, I wanna go there, and the reason because, like, of course, for
Wait.
sexual reasons, like, it's a fantasy, like, it's just a fantasy that I wanna do, right?
You
It's
want to
an
be in the igloo?
igloo, bro. Eskimo J. Call me Eskimo J. No, but for some reason, bro, it's just something I want to just chalk up. It's being. I'm not. It don't gotta be feeling like, but any cold weather. You know what I'm saying? That has, like, it's
Mm.
beautiful, nice and cozy. Firewood,
Man,
stars, lights. That's what I'm looking at.
man, I ain't gonna judge you. I ain't gonna judge you. But you could have said skin. You could have said skin, man. You talking about an
No, bro,
igloo?
igloo,
Ain't nothing
igloo.
romantic about no igloo.
Hey, no, think about it. Think about it. It's because the igloo is like, it's see-through, it's glass kind of, sort of. It's man-made. It's not like the real snow. You know what I'm saying? But it's man-made, so, like, you can see the outside, see the stars, you can see everything. It's kind of like I don't know how to show you, bro. I'm gonna put you on something, bro. You know what I'm saying? I gotta send you a
Sound like
video
you
or something, bro.
put the audience on. But
I gotta send y'all a
I'm,
video.
I'm gonna get I'm gonna get mine, and I think my wife would agree with me, even though I don't know hers. But I'm gonna get mine because I hear my wife talk about it often, and I would like to go to Japan with her just to see the culture, the food, the people, how everybody interact, everything. So I would love to do that, just to walk around in the whatever the little get up they be having on. No disrespect to their culture or nothing, but whatever little get up they having, I just want to see that. That'd be great.
So
That'd be
are
a
you
great
going? Are you
place.
going? Are you going to indulge in their culture? You gonna wear the same get up? You can't just go there and
Yeah,
just rock it.
yeah. I'm gonna
Okay,
do it,
all right.
man. If I go, if we ever do go, I'm gonna act the damn fool.
Yeah.
Nah, let me
Okay.
stop.
Yeah.
Let
No,
me
you better
stop.
you have to like, you have to indulge in the culture, man. You have to, like, just immerse yourself in it, and that's always the best way to travel, man. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah, that's
But I
something we
didn't
could
I didn't
do.
catch it. I didn't catch it. Is there a particular reason why Japan?
Yeah, I just think it's a place for me, at least for me, where I would go. As I had my wife talk about it so much and how it's great. I just want to see for myself. And then it's a place I've never been. So I would love to be there. Just to have that experience.
Okay, so I have another one then. So after I get my fantasy off, right? My Eskimo J. After
Yo,
after that's
igloo,
done.
yo.
Yeah. No, after that, I would say my second one, bro, would be like going back to either going back to like maybe going to visit some parts of Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
just to see like a different culture. You know how we have a different viewpoint of how Africa really is. I think it's so like far fetched. I think our viewpoint is screwed. It's like it's not right.
Mm.
So I want to get the first hand I guess like visit to Africa and see how they live and see try to basically immerse myself in their culture and just just something different. I would love to do that, and I'm pretty sure my wife will be willing for that as well, for sure. Uh, but yeah, that's my second one, man. You have a quick second one you have on? I know.
My quick second one would be, it would have to be at least like somewhere in Europe. I would say, I don't know, it's London, Paris, something. It's got to be one of them. It's got to be one of them. Just
Gotcha.
to, oh, and I say it because it's kind of a quirky reason. I just want to hear that accent up and close. Close.
But I thought you've
That
been to
look.
Paris already.
Nah, nah, I ain't been there. I ain't
Uh,
been there. I think my only overseas experience is Dubai and India, and I
so
mean passing
you
through. Yeah,
you
passing. I
said
had a
wait.
layover.
You said
I had a
Dubai?
layover.
Who
Yeah,
flew you out, bro? Who flew you out?
the company we used to work for.
I'm just playing. I was saying somebody like
Company.
flew you out because most times when you say
Oh
Dubai,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying you getting flown out
I,
there.
I, I had a sugar mama. No, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me
No,
stop.
I was just playing.
So
I was just playing, bro.
uh oh, this is a good one though, and I think this is we'll ask this question again when our other guests come on. But what's your definition of masculinity?
Um, I would say like I don't agree with like the behavior patterns. But I do have that mindset of like a fluid. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like roles. So but if I had to say my definition, it would be first and most independence. And the reason why I say that because I feel as if men or males are is one of the genders that really don't have anyone to fall back on for the most part, right? So they actually have to make something of themselves because they really don't. They have less lifelines, in my opinion, than the female gender, right? So you gotta have a sense of independence, and with that comes a couple things. It come, I guess, strength, courage, leadership. You know, and these are things that I think like men must have to adapt definitely in this world, in this Western world, when in my opinion everything is against a man. So it's so many things, so many traps that you can fall in that can mess up your life, and no one coming to save you. You know, like we don't have as much shelters as others have. You know what I'm saying? We don't have we not looked upon someone who can actually be weak in this day and age. You know what I'm saying? To be frank, and I think I think to be masculine, if you want to put like a gender frame upon it and just say like if that word is for men, I would say those four things are something that I think men must have to be masculine, quote unquote. But I say it to say I still do believe in the fluid gender as far as like roles and what people should do. It's a barrier, right? It's a range of things you can be, but those four things I believe men must have for to be considered like a masculine male. Because I was want to add because it's really to me it's sad, but it's really not what you think you are or what you describe to be. Is how people view you. That's a big part. How people view you matters sometimes, because you don't get a response based on their viewpoint, and whatever it comes with it, you have to be able to adapt to it. And so you must have those tools to do so. So just have a wide range, in yourself, and I think everything will be fine. What you think, bro?
That's man, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, as a man, you got to have the ability to adapt, and you got to have the ability to accept that you're not always gonna be like loved for it.
Mm.
Like you
Yeah.
gotta
Okay.
you gotta have thick skin a lot of times as a man. And like sometimes you gotta cry, but sometimes you gotta get through it. And I think that is the thing in this world. And I think comedian Chris Rock said it best: only dogs, babies, and women are loved unconditionally.
Yeah, see, that's my point.
Men have to
Mhm.
provide, men have to have something going for themselves. And that's, but you still, if a man is dropped off, in the perfect example, if a man is dropped off in the woods with just a stick, he got to make it work. And that's that ability to adapt that a man has to have to be masculine in today's society. And
Yeah.
it's not how they try to, I guess how they put it today is like to be masculine, you have to be dominant and all that. I don't
Yeah,
think
no.
that's yeah. I don't think that has to be the case. I think you have to have those ability to lead, understand when to lead and when to fall back as a man. Because sometimes you do have to fall back,
Hmm.
and that's the thing that comes with being a man. Like you have to know when to lead, when to you have to be a jack of all trades, basically. You have to know when to nurture, know when to lead, know when to provide, know when to build, know when to teach. And that's the thing as a man. It's like you got to be all in one. It provides. That's why I say we had an episode. We talked about mental health, and then most men don't take care of their mental health because they're like, well, I gotta cry. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
cry. You ain't gonna see me cry. Well, it's okay because it's a lot of pressure to be a man in today's society. Like you can't be like most times women come into our lives and they say, hey, if you ain't making this amount of money, you ain't worthy enough to date me. If you ain't got this amount, this car and all that, you ain't, that's the pressure of today's society. You gotta have money. You gotta make six-figure salary. You gotta have something. Can't live at home with mama. Can't live home with grandma. Like you gotta have something going. That's the pressure of today's society. And sometimes you may not be able to get that at some point. You gotta be able to battle through that gunk, that mud to get to that point. And then that's a lot of pressure to be a man today. But that's everything you have to be considered masculine in today's world.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. Yeah, I totally agree, 100%, 100%. And like you were
Now,
saying, you said what now?
well, I'm gonna let you finish your thought though,
No,
because
no, I
I'm
was
gonna,
just
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
flip.
okay, yeah, I was just gonna say, like a lot of things you were naming, you know what I'm saying? It's like it also made me think about what I said earlier about like people perception of you matters, like what I'm saying? So no matter what, you always have to battle that. Both genders, but no, I just want to say, man, I agree with everything you said, I see you and are I and I with this one.
Now I'm gonna flip it though.
Right.
What's from a male perspective?
Hmm.
What's your definition of femininity?
This tough, bro. I guess I'm growing, bro. I don't know, man. I guess I'm growing because before I would sound like a misogynist. I sound like one, But I'm growing to learn. I really, for me, I would say one word I would say like a nurturer, and I have multiple words, but my first one would say I would say nurturer because I think that's something that was instilled in a woman. Like I think God gave her that, like I don't think on any parts of this earth that I can be a better nurturer than my wife can be to the kids. I can try, but if she's a great mother, I'm a great dad. It's limits that my brain, how is society set up, like I can't touch that. I can't go that far as she can, right? I don't know what it feels like to have a baby inside you for 9 months and you can feel it kicking, and you can feel it heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? Like certain things we would never experience, bro. So, and that's why most time men don't be as involved. I mean, of course they be involved, but you can't compare how involved we can be as a father while the baby's in the womb compared to how the mother is day by day. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just if there was two great parents, mom and dad, how you want to put it, um, during the first 9 months while the baby's still in the womb, like I don't think you can compare it to her emotions and how she's feeling. I just don't think so. So I think with that aspect, I put that in that category, right? But also for me, since I take the role as I want to provide, I want to be there. I need somebody to actually support me while I'm out there doing the day to day things and trying to make a living for it, trying to make the six figure or above, so we can sustain this high inflated, know what I'm saying, like lifestyle. So uh, so other than that, then it goes back to what I was saying, like the fluid part about these traits, right? Like she can have all the other, she can be a leader, she can do everything else, but I can only boil it down to two. And even though it sounds like subtle, but it's a big growth from me from how I thought a couple years ago, right? I used to just think like I used to have that one mind of what women or what they should be like, you know what I'm saying, as far as their personality. They don't got nothing to do with that, you know. Um, so I don't know, man. That's a tough one because I'm a growing, so I don't have much to like. I can't really elaborate too much. I'm still trying to find my words. But go ahead,
Well,
man.
for me, I gotta say I agree with you on the nurturing part. There's no one, no being on this earth that can nurture like a woman. Like they always say, when a man is like down and he just huh, can't do it no more, a woman can speak life into you. Like the greatest motivating factor, how we dress, how we cut our hair, how we stand tall, how we work out. It's a woman. It's the nurturing, the motivation, the all that. It comes from a woman. Like that, how we talk, how we style ourselves. That's that's the and I do think being feminine has a little bit of the toughness in it too. I know a lot of times women get labeled as masculine because they act tough, but that's feminine as well in terms of their ability to be independent, their ability to learn, their ability to stand tall. All that ties into that feminine energy, at least from what I think. And when it comes to like me having daughters, and then I understand that they not gonna be out there tackling football and all that, but I love that they see the sport and they like getting outside and playing, but they still feminine. That doesn't make them any less feminine. I know today's society it'd be like you can't be out there lifting weights, you can't be out there throwing a football. You're a woman, but I think that's all tied to that because a woman has that ability to nurture, to learn and be independent and have those things in her life. Just because you see a woman pulling wire, running electricity, doesn't make her any less feminine. Like men have this label of what a woman should be. Some men, I won't say all, have this label of what a woman should be, know when to fall back and know when to keep her mouth shut and all that. But that's any partnership, right? Because if a woman knows something that a man doesn't know, that man should know, hey, let her lead in that situation. Or if I know, like for instance, if you my lady has a flat tire, you think my wife know how to change the tire? I let me lead in that situation. Let me take care of the situation. That's the goals of a partnership. But just because she gets down there and tries to change a tire doesn't make her less feminine. She still is a feminine woman, just has the ability to do that. That's independence. That's cool. That's what I look at it as. And to me, that's the attractive trait about women. When walking in a feminine aura, it's like they understand that. It's not like the old I'm the preppy girl. Don't break my nail, all that stuff.
Pick
Like,
me,
no.
pick me, save me. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But
yeah.
in the situations, if like I think most indication is if some guy say something slick to your girl or your lady or your wife, you know, then you supposed to come and say, man, You talk to me. Don't talk to her. What's going on? What's this? As the man, you step in that situation, which is true. That's what you're supposed to do. But if my lady want to talk, I'm gonna stand right on her side, right there with her in any situation. And that's how I think the terms masculinity and feminine overtakes people because they think in a partnership you got to know those roles for it to work, but you got to know how to communicate with each other so you can know when it's time to be yourself and lead in that situation, or when it's time to let her lead in that situation. And I know I went from the definition of feminine to tying it into relationships, but
Yeah, partnerships. It's okay.
yeah,
It makes
yeah,
sense. You brought it. You
yeah.
brought it full circle. It came back around. I get it. Yeah.
I mean, hey, what you think? What you think? I'm just saying. I'm just
No,
saying.
I agree. Like I don't have. I agree with you, man. Like basically, the first thing I said was nurturing. You know what I'm saying? And you actually touched point on that too. So yeah, there's no disagreeing, man. I want to see what others think. But
Mhm.
but yeah, I don't have a
Oh,
disagreement, man.
I can't wait. We got our guests tying in later here, but when you get their opinions on these very same questions, since we talking about feminine and masculinity, how would you say as a man from a male perspective, how do you deal with being vulnerable?
Um, the sad truth is, I'm still working on that. I actually don't deal with it very well. I still have my ways where I shut down. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
I don't know if I have to work on how to express myself. And also I've been looking actually to get a little therapy because we had trauma coming up. I know you had your trauma. I had my trauma coming up. So it's some it's things I haven't actually like spoke about and how it makes me tick and how to control it when it happens. So as of right now, I used to deal with like stress or whatever. I used to go on my shell, so it's not really, and that can be a problem when you're in a relationship.
Hmm.
You got to be vocal about, because how you expect someone to help you work through it or get through it if you're not even expressing it. Like she may know or thinks she knows what's going on in your head, but you have to be expressive, and so if you have some people, some good therapists, man, send them my way, so so I can so I can get Eskimo J running. But
In the igloo.
but
In the...
yeah, you know what I'm saying. If I don't get straight, man, we ain't going to Igloo. But no, but yeah, I just think, man, I'm working on myself day
Mhm.
by day. It's a long, so I don't really have any points of how to work through it. Besides like try to find. As for right now, I try to find what I like doing best, which is working out right now. So if I feel, if I, the funny part is, I thought about this just now. Um, Anytime I get in like an argument or me and the wife get into it for some strange reason, and I'm starting to think she pick fights sometimes because of my actions, following by what happens when I get mad. So when I get mad, what I'm saying, when I get mad, I used to be like, I used to now want to be more independent. Cause now she cook my food, she bring my plate, she do all that stuff, right? Now, so in the past, I used to get mad, and now I'll make my own plate. You know what I'm saying? So basically, like when I get mad, I basically like stop her from helping me, which is ignorant, right? Right? I'm in there, bro. I'm mad doing dishes, man. I'm mad doing dishes. Like, I'm cleaning up, man. You know what I'm saying? You go, you know what I'm saying? That's after I work out. I go work out, come back, clean dishes because I'm mad, right? So I'm starting to think she started fights on purpose and help me clean the whole crib. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm working on myself, bro. I'm just trying to better myself, pray, work out, find the joys in life, and eventually. But one thing I did realize I do now is I never try to go to bed upset about what happened today. So
Mhm.
so so no matter what happens, when the night by time nighttime, it don't never lasts long, but I always try to work my way around to like never go angry, never go to bed angry. Like at least talk it out. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm mad, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna cuddle her. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to talk to her, but I'm not sure who told me this. Maybe my grandmother, but yeah, I would never like go to bed still like frustrated or mad to a point where I don't want to talk to her or touch her. Like, nah, that's not good. So yeah, bro, pray for me, man. I'm a work in progress. So
Hey,
pray for me.
hey, you know our bond is y'all brothers from another mother than me.
Yeah.
So y'all y'all the only y'all one of the very few people that can call me at 3 in the morning and tell me it's 911 and I'm coming. Y'all
Yeah, that's
y'all
love, bro.
eh,
Appreciate it, man.
yeah.
Yeah, appreciate
But
that.
for me, being vulnerable is a struggle. It's a struggle. I'm a kid. I'm a kid that grew up in an environment where something happen, I can't run and be like, "Mama, handle that. Daddy, handle that." Well, that's the thing. And a lot of times as a kid, I didn't handle fear well. You know what I'm saying? Because when I got fearful, I would just like shut down, or if I got angry, I would just shut down. That was my emotion, and a lot of those things is like you say play out in your relationships. Like, because for me, and it's not good for a relationship either. But for me, when I get angry or I get fearful or I question things, it's like I just go in my corner and like I'm good over here. Don't come over here. that's that's the thing. And I'm glad you said uh don't go to bed angry. Because that's
Yeah,
something I had to learn as I'm going through life, being married, having kids and all that. That's something I had to learn. And even now, just talking about this with I'm being vulnerable, you being vulnerable, even now,
yeah,
which is crazy. But uh those are things I had to learn because that was something I did early on. Like, man, if I was upset, you the hell away from me. I'm in my corner. And that's never good because end of the day, that's your baby. Yeah, that's the queen right there. And that's a lot of things upset you, and it's gonna be a little trivial stuff, right? If, at least for me, it's been a little trivial stuff, and
yeah,
it should never. And I'll go through and not say something, and I let that linger and carry, right, and then hear that anger. And I've learned not to do that. How to be more nurturing, more loving, and understanding the situations. Because the greatest quote that I've ever heard from me that motivate me on a day-to-day basis is like, you woke up today and somebody didn't. So you got an opportunity. Like, you got an opportunity to make relationships better, to make life better, to make your life better, to make your kids' life better. And that's I'm sorry if you hear dogs barking. But you got those opportunities. And that's what I hold on to because I don't let those grudges, you kind of hold on to a grudge or something like this
yeah,
upset you, that upset you. I don't let that linger. And I find working out with my wife, we go on these runs together. That's our bond time, and that's helped our relationship tremendously because like there's not a moment where we're not touchy feely and like loving on one another even more now. So that's the thing that has helped me with me being vulnerable because that's something I definitely struggle with because I never ask for help. People always come to me for help when bills due, and you know the backstory. We didn't have
yeah,
conversation, but people come to me when bills due, when they need this, or somebody over here doing this to me. Can you come over like that type of situation? And I'm cool with that because that's me. That's me. I'm gonna help to every last ounce. That's my personality. That's that's my personality. And some people have taken advantage of that, which we had discussions about that. But
yeah,
yeah, but that helped me deal with that though, because being vulnerable, being more understanding, more emotionally mature, mature about it, that has helped me tremendously being able to be vulnerable. Because now I can do it. I can do it, no problem. I cry in front. I don't care. These tears flowing. These tears-
So have you ever cried yet in front of your wife?
oh, most definitely, man. Man, I didn't cry when we was praying together, man.
Dang.
Just to get on some real, just to get on some real, because that's that's love, man. That's love, because
Yeah.
we go through stuff. My wife has had traumatic stuff happen to her, breaking a leg and all that stuff. Life changes, life goals. Dealing with success, dealing with failures. That stuff
Yeah.
it adds to stress, and then whatever emotional things your partner goes through, you go through because you're the support system. And that's one thing I've learned being married these past 5 years, going on 6. But being married 5 years, and that's the thing I've learned, you know, that whatever your partner go through, you go through because they not alone, and you gotta make them feel like they're not alone. That's what you do as a partner. You be vulnerable, she's vulnerable. Be okay with that. I know I keep tying this back to relationships though.
No, because that's where it's at. It's going to boy and girl. So no, you're doing the right thing. I'm pretty sure people want to hear your experience, man, because they can probably relate. You know what I mean? To be honest, I'm not sure if my wife have like yet to actually see me cry. She seen me and probably tear up and see me emotional and
Mhm,
upset, but I don't think she had the opportunity to actually see me like actually like share tears. I mean, it's gonna happen.
mhm,
Um, because like I'm not sure now like thinking back in hindsight, I don't know if I'm as vulnerable as I should be with her, you
mhm,
know. Um, but I know each day is growing closer and closer to that. I think she was the same way. She also had like a hard shell to crack.
mhm,
But she's now able to cry in front of me, you know. So I think like we're slowly growing together, you know.
mhm,
And we have our flaws that we brought in this relationship, and we working them out, right?
mhm,
It's taking time, but each step towards better is a good step, you know.
mhm.
Um, but yeah, man, I like talking to you about that because you actually like make me think about my situation, and you know what I'm saying, and how to like balance it and viewpoints, you know. So I appreciate that, bro.
Hey, that's the whole point of this podcast. We gonna have real authentic moments out here because no, I'm not gonna hide that. You know.
Yeah.
Uh, Another thing that bring up a great question too. Do you believe in being compatible in a relationship?
Can you expound on that? Like, you mean like as far as like what do you mean
You know how
exactly?
they have out here these relationship tests, right? You 90% compatible, you 100% compatible, you 70% compatible in this what would be something they have. Uh like you're compatible in you like sports. This person likes sports more. Or this person likes to read. This person likes movies. This person,
No, if that's the case, I don't believe in that, and also I don't believe. I know it's probably off subject, but I don't believe in that. I don't believe in one true love. I don't believe none of that. Maybe I should, but I don't believe in it. I think there's many people in the world who you would be compatible with. You know what I'm saying? But of course we're gonna marry and be with like who we're around, who's around us, and we choose from what's been around us, right?
mm,
But I don't believe like God actually put one person on the earth just for you, right? I believe things are written, things are already written, but I don't believe like it's just a compatibility test that you can just go off of and it actually works. Because I think people grow together, they learn together, they start liking new things. You know what I'm saying? Stop liking new things. So the actual test, maybe it's good for a friendship. You know what I'm saying? To see like try new things together. But as far as the relationship, I think, I mean, I don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't buy compatibility tests. I don't buy the zodiac signs. You know what I'm saying? But however, for the next subject, I do kind of like the love languages, right? It's kind of like ain't that like oxymoron? Ain't that like I don't know, but but I do kind of like rock with that. But the compatibility like test they do, nah, man, I think nah, I think you I don't know, bro. It's kind of a tough question, man. I think that's like I say, bro. I think there's many people who compatible with you. You just pick the best one who's around who's around you at the time. And then you grow together.
I actually I know it'd be crazy because I'd be disagreeing like with everybody. But I actually agree with you 100% actually. I think in a relationship there are people who've had different experiences and you've had different experiences, but it's always things that you are willing to accept and you're not going to accept. Like those things is what really matters. Like who cares if y'all like the same movie? Who cares
Yeah,
if y'all yeah, who cares if y'all like that that doesn't really determine the relationship to me. I think if there are gonna be things that you grow together and there's things that's you're not gonna grow together on. And those things is has to be comfortable for both parties involved. Because if say one person want to try skydiving, the other person afraid of heights, like there has to be some kind of compromise, right? So that's where a relationship really comes in play. Like you have to reach those moments of being able to compromise and agree upon uh, experiences, because that's all it is. Like me and my wife, we've experienced a lot in 5 years of being married. Some good, some
yeah.
bad, but you learn from everything, and that's how you grow together. How you grow together. Now, I can already list her favorite movie. I can tell you what that is because we watched it, uh, unfortunately, over 20, 30 times. And I hate that
So
damn movie.
now I have one quick
Um,
question. I won't butt in. So now do you love it more or do you hate it more? That movie.
man, I find myself when scenes pop up, I be saying shit. And for the people who don't know, is what love what's love got to do with it? It's one of the
Hey, is
movies,
is
one of
that
our
wait?
favorite movies.
Is that what who is in that?
Angela Bassett
Yeah,
and
Angela
Lawrence
Bassett. Yeah.
Fishburne.
Okay. Yeah.
Ike told her in that movie, "If you die, I kill you." That's and he played that role so well that you wanted to
Oh
jump through the
man.
screen on him. Like if you're a father with daughters out there, you wanted to piece them up just because
Yeah.
he just because he played that role so good. But
If you
that's
die, I
just
kill you. That's crazy. Yeah, that's funny, bro.
yeah, but that's one of the things I've learned being with my wife. Like if I said that beforehand, that doesn't make us any less uh that doesn't increase the percentages of us being in a successful relationship. Like I'm learning with her because I'm willing to learn about her. That's what two people have to do. I think that's more of an important trait to have. Like the willingness to learn each other. And I think that's the thing that really matters. Like you talk about love languages. I actually don't. I know my love language is gifts because that's all I've really been doing. I love seeing like giving people a gift and they smile. Right. That's my
Yeah.
thing. That's my thing. That gives me the energy. Like I love that part of it. Like and the one thing I'll say, and which is kind of crazy, I can't really guess my wife's love language, which is crazy. I don't
I
know if
think
it's
we
words of
I remember
affirmation or gifts
I do
or
remember I
physical
do remember
touch.
I do remember a couple weeks back, Elroy sent us like the love languages pictures and we had to like
Mhm.
pick out So you can't think of not just the one that she has majority of. There's words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, and receiving gifts.
I can't, cause I know when it comes to gifts, she likes to pick it out herself. I just pay for it. But I know words of affirmation. I'll get a smile. I'll get a some type of reaction. But quality time, she'll get some type of reaction, and I don't see the overexcitement for one or the other. So that's why
I got
it's hard for me to guess what would
you.
be
Yeah,
the number one.
because she's balanced. She want all of them. she want at different points. She want all of them.
maybe maybe my wife can answer that. Would you want to answer that? Meduba's wife, you want to come over here so they
Hey,
the we
come
can
on, come on
come over
in.
here. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. You want one of these chairs? Yeah.
So Thea, don't worry. I promise. I promise. I'm gonna get Ayan on here soon.
You know what,
I'm gonna get
Jeremy?
I'm gonna get Ayan on here soon, man.
I'm
It's
actually
like
through
pulling
with
teeth.
you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. We family. You know what I'm saying?
I'm done with you. I'm through with you. I'm just
Yeah, my
kidding.
bad. I swear. But one day I'm gonna get on here for real. And we can all chop it up. But yeah, so about these love languages, you know what I'm saying? Brandon said he don't know what it is. So I'm here to help
Well,
him out. What is
you know what? Acts of, you know what? Gifts are actually number one. That's not something I really like, gifts.
it? Hmm.
I've never received a lot of gifts from people in my life, like in relationships. So that's never been number one. Number two is really not even on my list.
Okay.
Um, More so for me, would be words of affirmation. That is number one. Physical touch is like at the bottom. I don't really like to be touched. It's just a thing for me, but that's something that's my own stuff, has nothing to do with anybody else. But words of affirmation is number one. Quality time, they're kind of like neck and neck, so it's like number two. And acts of service, I take that. Acts of service is number one. Acts of service is number one. Then it's words of affirmation, and then it's quality time, and then I guess what's the fourth one?
You already said it was gifts.
Yeah, yeah, and physical touch. Those like at the bottom, like they are like I couldn't even put them on my list because they're just not. But I mean, physical touch would probably be, and then gifts.
So I have a question though. I have a question because I never really asked a woman like how. So what is because I know how I view like acts of service, but how does a woman view what is an acts of service for a man to a woman? Like, can you help me with
Um,
that?
well,
My
well,
mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes.
Welcome back,
okay,
L
this is
Diggity.
where I'm from.
So Elroy, I'm gonna fill you in. Thea is talking about her love languages because Brandon had no clue of what she liked. But she just mentioned that no, her number one is acts of service. So I'm confused because I never heard a woman say that. Well, I don't understand like what is acts of service from a male to a woman. I know the reverse, but can you fill me in there? Like I really don't know. Like
That's real
Well,
good.
okay,
I've
let
never
me
heard
clear.
that neither. I heard
Well,
gifts, touching and
no,
all that stuff. But
no.
yeah,
I think every woman's love language is different. For me, because of how whatever our life experiences are, my life experience, which has molded my love languages.
mhm.
So for me, acts of service is number one because I grew up where I had to do everything, which overwhelmed me through life. And then becoming a wife and a mother, and I have all these hats I have to juggle. So when I'm married and I have a husband, I would like, I would, example, I would tell Brandon, hey, babe, wash the dishes, right? Wash the dishes first.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm giving you 30 seconds to a minute tops, right? You don't know that, but that's what I'm giving you. If my acts of service, if you see laundry is not folded, do it. That's an act of service to lessen the burden on me. If you see something out of place that I would normally do, that's the act of service that, hey, this is not right. I know she probably seen it and she just didn't get to it. Let me do it for her. That's what I like. So if you see that I'm slacking in something or I just haven't did it, my acts of service, do it for me. And then, words of affirmation. I like to be affirmed a lot. But again, like I said, my own life experiences have
Yeah.
molded my love languages.
Yeah.
So words of affirmation, I
Wait,
need.
if I could just jump in because
Mhm.
Thea's spitting game right now, and I just thought about it because I always wonder why my wife she actually happier when I'm cleaning up and helping clean up. So anybody
I
listening,
bet you get
like
some more cat when you when
yeah,
you when
it's
you
so
do what you're
I didn't
supposed
I
to
didn't
do.
realize that. Now I see why. I didn't never think of it like that, but now I see why. It makes perfectly sense. So anyone listening, like Thea putting game, so acts of service, like put that on y'all list, man.
In my head,
Message from
I
a
was
single
just, I
guy.
was just,
You know what? We got to get past the old days of, hey, I work, you cook, you clean. Now it's like,
Women, we bringing home the bag too.
right.
We,
So, you bringing home the bag and the bank account is cool, but yeah, the services around the house, the cooking, the cleaning, walking the dog, that's a shared thing. So for a man to jump in and do the laundry, it's not demasculating. You are contributing to the household. Um,
and I think happy, you know how they say the mantra, happy wife. I don't believe that mantra. I believe happy spouse, happy life because it should be equal. I'm not this is a man's thing to do and this is a woman's thing to do. I think a man can cook and clean and wash and take care of children as a woman. Now, could a man be as sensitive when it comes to children? No, because women are nurturers. Not all women, okay? Like all men are not nurturers, but some are because they take on that role, especially if they're a single father. So now they have to be the mother and the father, and they have to learn to get that tender touch that they would normally get from their mother. So um, yeah, but
how about, since you get in the game, give your view on what masculinity and feminine is. Since we didn't get your answer. We had our male perspective. And Roy, I want you to give your answer too, but I'm gonna let her give her answer first. Go ahead.
I don't know if y'all might like mine.
You know
And we
what? You
gonna
don't
love
have
it.
to like your answer.
We gonna
You
love
don't
it.
have
I'm
Go
to.
okay.
ahead.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this. For me, a lot of time women, right? I'm gonna speak for me, not for any other woman or any other women. Me, my personal experiences is that a lot of time women, we are in these roles where we have to be masculine and feminine, right? Because now, for me, I have never in my 30 plus years of life really experienced being feminine. I've always had to have this masculine role for me, right? So when I see men, right, and I think they should be masculine, they're not because they present these feminine traits. Meaning, I'm gonna give you an example. I cannot, a man that is emotionally unstable, men that do not know how to regulate their emotions. The first thing I'm thinking is, what is wrong with you, bitch? That is what I'm thinking because now you tapping a little too much into being feminine. But but like I said, I have been masculine. This masculine presence I have had over my life because it's not that I wanted to. It's just unfortunate circumstance that forced me into this. But when I see men and I think of masculinity for them, I think leaders. I think of a man being able to provide structure. It's not even about the money aspect. It's just a man that has a plan that is going according to the plan. And if the plan deviates, he know how to get back on track. That's just what I think about masculinity. But femininity from men or what? Women or just men?
No.
Well, I just think
From a woman's perspective, me and Jeremy gave our.
I wish I would have heard it so I could
No,
use
'cause
some of it.
what we said, I'll give a short, and if it's all right with you, Jeremy, I'll summarize what we said.
Yeah, go ahead.
What masculinity is for us is a man that is able to provide, protect, but also have the touch with his emotions, being able to cry, being able to, like I say, drop off in the woods with a stick and being able to adapt, being able to learn, teach. That's a man, being able to lead, being able to provide, like you said. That kind of summarized what we were saying. But from what our definition of being feminine was to nurture. That's the main thing that woman. And I was telling Jeremy what a woman does. If a man is like down in that gunk, that mud, mentally, a woman can speak life into him. That's being feminine. That's that energy that nurtures, that motivates. Yeah, the vulnerability of it. But man have to be also comfortable with being vulnerable. That's the thing that kind of summarized what we were saying. But I'm gonna let Roy, why don't you give your definition of
Well, I just want to interject on what you were saying and use life experience. I forgot what the subject matter was. It was a time when I was married, and we were out. I don't remember what it was. I'm sorry, I can't be more vague, but it's something I was there, but I didn't know nothing about. And my wife started speaking up, and the guy was looking to me to speak, and I'm looking at her because I knew she knew more about it, whatever it was. And I didn't feel demasculated that she was speaking up on behalf of us. Uh, Probably maybe years prior,
Hey,
you know.
I want to stop you, Roy. But that one statement you said is a gem. She spoke on behalf of us.
Yes,
That's a gem right there.
but probably, the Roy 2 years prior to that would have been like, woman, shut up, he talking to me. That's how the ego can, can fuck with you and do crazy things. But she started speaking up, and I was cool with her speaking up because if I'd have started talking, I'd have just been talking off the side of my neck, and he'd have been like, yeah, he doesn't know shit, whatever. So I came to that point is like, again, when you're in a relationship or a marriage, it's a union. It's not two, it's really one. Uh, it's like almost like forming Voltron. So there might be things that she can speak on that you have to take the back seat to. And it might be feminine stuff, but it might be something masculine too. And we should be big enough to, keep our mouth shut and let her handle business because she's representing us. And I know between the two of us, she's more knowledgeable about that subject. And, it's a partnership, and I'm glad you corrected that thing about the happy wife, happy life thing. I think that is so one sided and selfish, a selfish statement, you know. But you said a happy spouse, which means it could be the man or the wife, or the wife and the wife and the man, depending on nowadays, But it's a union, and put all egos aside and let the more knowledgeable ones speak. If you want to speak up and sound stupid just to be masculine, go right ahead. But did you see that oxymoron? You know what? You're sounding stupid to be masculine. So yeah, that's what I got. And first of all, I'm sorry for chiming in late. Um just came back from Green Bay work thing, and usually we start this off by saying this podcast is overseen by my man Roy Brown. It still is. And today I'm Roy Nasty.
Oh.
It's
So,
Oh.
just a little a backup. I was gonna bring somebody on to the show tonight as well, but when I found out I was gonna be delayed, I told Brandon, who I knew was gonna relay it to Jeremy, and I told our surprise guest that I'd be late just as well. I just messaged her, let her know that I'm chiming in. She said she just woke up. I said, throw on the damn hat and chime in. But if she doesn't, it's understandable. But in the future, I still want to bring her on because she's a character. And I got dressed up because I thought she was coming in, and I wasted another great outfit. Now I got to go buy another tuxedo. Um,
It's the same one.
I'm
Just throw it in
gonna
the
get a
wash
white
tonight.
one.
Hey,
But
Roy.
sorry playing
Uh,
catch up. What's going on, my brothers? Good evening, my sister. And we missing one. What's up with
Yeah, unfortunately, man, she couldn't make it. Yeah, I told you
understandable?
offline. Yeah, she couldn't make it.
Shit happens. What, you're not home base?
Yeah, I'm home base. I'm in
Oh,
Schaumburg right
okay.
now.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm home base.
You say you
Yeah,
where?
in Schaumburg.
You're at the Renaissance, aren't you?
Nah, no, I tried to, man. It was locked. It was all booked up. Yeah,
Okay, so you just spending some quality time with the missus because you've been going away forever on
yeah.
some work stuff. Now, okay, I dig that. But yeah, we were looking forward to her coming on because I ain't seen my sister-in-law in a minute.
No, no,
Have
we
you
gonna
guys been
link.
going through the questions yet? I'm sorry, I'm playing catch up. Have you been going through fielding through the questions yet?
Yes, we have. We went
yeah,
through
well,
actual a
Okay.
couple.
Uh,
well,
yeah, you can ask
let
me one,
me
but I
let
want
me.
to throw one out there for you guys first. And this was kind of directed towards the women, but let's see how my queen Thea, she how she responds to it. Do you have problems with Brandon having a personal account, something that you don't have access to?
No, because I have one.
Great, great. No, that's the answer I was looking for. I believe you should. I'm sure, of course, you have a joint account that probably covers the bills, and
You
that's
know
what it
what?
should be for.
Let me stop you. Let me say this because that is a question that I actually hear people ask a lot amongst married people, right? And I'm gonna say this: whatever works for someone else's relationship may not work for yours.
Okay.
So that question itself is more so you leaving it up to the people because what I may say is, oh, that's fine. And another one is, hell nah. I need to know everything. I need to know what's in there, how much you're using every day. And but again, that's other people. Every different strokes for different folks.
You know what? I already see it. You can be a regular anytime you want to come on. I see you. You come straight from the heart. But here's another thing. And even though your wife is not present, Jeremy, feel free to answer this. Do you think you could be in a long-term relationship without going through the government paperwork of getting a marriage license? Do you think you could be adult enough to be in a relationship like that without having a bonding agreement or
A legal
license that you
document.
have to?
Do you want the
Let me
other answer first?
let me answer because I'm the only lady here, right? Ladies first, or would you gentle ladies want to go? No, it's fine. I'm gonna say
The
this.
masculine one goes first.
I'm gonna say this. I've been married before, right? So as a girl, you grow up and you have this idea, oh my God, I'm gonna be married and have a family and things like that, right? Who I am now, um, is different than what my mindset was like 10 years ago. You asked me that 10 years ago. Hell no, I need the ring, I need the paper, I need everything.
Okay.
Me now, I'm more so where again, it's whatever floats the person's boat. For me, I'm married now, but you know, uh, I don't need, I believe I could to less complicate things because I've been married before and divorced. And a lot of times for me, I've already lived my dream of being married and having children and things like that. So if I'm a long-term girlfriend for the rest of my life, I'm okay with that.
Well,
I'm okay with that.
let's get past the titles, and we've all done our share of shacking up. I mean,
Mhm.
could you could you at some point say, this is the person I want to be with for the rest of my life, but necessarily doesn't have to be let's have the wedding, let's have this, whereas, and I'm kind of veering off because that money could go to a house or some type of investment or a nice trip. But could you be with Brandon if you found out, let's say you found out that your wedding wasn't legally binding? Would you go through the process again, or could you keep going as is? Because you can still put assets and names and make her a
I would say this,
beneficiary.
as long, if we come to an agreement that, hey, we don't have to do it over, but people think we're married, let's keep it at that. And my name, I need to, let's lay some legal stuff out. If something happened to you, but because we have children, right? We
Right.
may not be legally married, but I am the mother to your children. So I would hope that we can come to an understanding to say that, hey, let's put some things in legal writing so that if something happens to me, you and my children will be the sole beneficiaries. That's all. As
Jeremy, I
long as
mean,
we have an
Brandon, you sure you want
agreement.
to keep him or you want to drop him off on 35th Street?
Nah, nah. Look, the thing I say when it comes to marriage, though, a lot of times people don't get married with a plan. Like that's the thing, and I think we learned that being married for 5 years, having a plan. Like for me, what I'm thinking about is the future of my kids and my wife, and that's the benefit of marriage. A lot of people think getting married, you got some type of ownership over a person. I have no ownership over her. She has no ownership over me. The thing with being married is it binds us legally. So I have assets that are in place for her if something happens to me. Because
Right.
I die, income is missing. A good source of income is missing. And that needs to be taken care of for my kids so they can have a future. And for my wife so she can be comfortable. And that's the thing with marriage. That's why you do it. You think about your family.
Yeah.
It's not to have some legal document to say I'm tied to a person. This person is. That's why a lot of times I will sit back, and this is being vulnerable again, Jeremy, since we had this discussion. But I would sit back and be a little tearful when I think about this because I want, say I'm 70, 80 years old. I want to have that look up and say, hey, I have this for my wife. I have this for my kids. And they'll have a good start in their lives because I left this for them. And it's binding. And they will be the ones that think about this. I had a conversation with my wife's cousin about this, having a will, and we had a thing in a podcast about talking about this, having a will, a trust, and all these things set up for your family. So there's no bickering, nobody saying, I hate you, brothers and sisters fighting and all that stuff. These are assets set for all of them. And that's the thing that made me a marriage attractive, not just being in love with my wife and wanting to, be with her family. It was more so thinking about that. And then I'm in a thinking about that now. I don't even know why I'm tearing up saying it though.
Sorry, bro.
But
You know what?
but,
Because you feel so passionate about
Yeah,
it,
it's
and
passionate.
yeah,
you wholeheartedly,
but
you can say, I think I got everything covered, you know, all except for Thea's new man, you know. Uh, but no, you, I'm taking it as a sense of you're proud of yourself. It's like
Oh my
you're proud
God.
of yourself for having things set aside. You know, it's funny. I just had this conversation in the car with one of my technicians. Um, but basically, you always want, like your parents always want you to have better than what they had, and that's gonna trickle down. till, we really come to a class of greatness. It's just like you're going to set so many high standards for your kids, and they're going to deliver on them so that the standards that they build for their children is going to be so high. It's just going to be like, that's how generational wealth starts. So I feel that, and I feel that, and I feel your passion, and I like that. You're about to make me start crying.
Take the mask off for me.
I know, take the mask off.
So, one thing, and then we can get back to the questions. I hear y'all talk about how things are equal and there's no masculinity, there's no woman do this, do that. Brandon, if I was you, I'd make Thea wear oversized hoodies and Amish dresses to the gym.
That's the thing. She wears oversized hoodies now, and most of them is mine. But I ain't gonna say nothing. But but that's the thing about being in a partnership. I'm learning her every day because she's evolving every day. And I hope she's learning me every day because I'm evolving. There are things that I'm learning. There's things that she learning. I love the fact that her journey, and I'm not trying to turn our podcast about relationship stuff, but
No, talk.
I love that her journey is one that's filled with many things. There's been struggle, there's been traumatic things, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel, a goal that she has set for herself, not just her weight, career, or family, anything. It's for herself. She has all this for herself to look in the mirror and she can smile about and she can be happy. And just looking back, just taking a step back and looking at her and seeing her do these things, that's excitement for me. And
Tito, give him some tissue.
Yeah, that's love. That's love right there.
That's exciting because Jeremy, we was talking about it, and that's good for me. I don't know if that's a love language, seeing somebody else that you care for succeed, right? I don't know if that's a love language or not.
Nah, bro, that's something new. That's something only for Brandon.
So again, bringing up the masculinity thing, hey Thea, you still making jokes about Brandon being anally raped?
Man, what's going on?
It's the mask, man.
Hey, cut that shit out.
It's the mask.
He said, "Look at the mask. I can't take this. I can't take this nigga serious."
But the listeners might not know what I'm talking about, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Okay, occasionally, all right, okay. Damn, I probably do it every day.
Look, I told him, why would you bring her in the room with you? You are not gonna. So have you ran up behind him and like bumped him on his butt?
First of all, I did that prior before that. Now I just do this.
Jeremy, if you don't know, I'll tell you after the show.
Yeah, you have to, bro, because I'm completely.
You got him over there
nervous.
This will probably go in line with our November show. We have a certain subject that we're going to address, men's health, and you'll share that story there. But he wasn't raped for real. But in the end, he was sitting in the shower with his legs crossed around his arms, crossed around his legs, rocking back and forth, like Stoney from Set It Off.
No.
Except he wasn't in the band though, Nate.
But to get back to the question, just to be able to sit back and see her succeed and do these things, that gives me genuine joy. And I'm happy for that. Like that's just like if one of y'all would win the lottery or had some type of amazing success, I'd be like, hey, that's my dude right there doing his thing, man. It gives me that type of excitement. I don't know why I'm like that person though, but I like that. I
am too. I've had this running thing with my best friend. I said we talk about winning the Powerball or winning the lottery. I said, man, I pay your house off. That'd be my gift to you. And let me include y'all in that circle. I'll pay y'all houses off.
It depends on how much you get paid, man. She might only
get
true.
If I get a substantial amount where I can be giving, I would give to you guys because I'm listening to y'all like, I'm an older gentleman. You know, I've seen many moons, many seasons, and you guys are younger. And to hear you guys talk the way you talk, Brandon, you about your relationship with your wife, Jeremy with your business, your property, everything. I'm like, that's some dope shit. That's some dope shit. There's like there's
See,
hope for the future to me.
hold up. Now I feel bad, bro. Now I feel bad. But Brandy said him and his wife. Then me is business. Okay, me.
No, no, no.
I'm
I
married
mean,
too. You know what
no,
I'm saying?
but I
You know what I'm saying?
mean,
I'm a good husband also, bro. You know
no,
what I'm
yes,
saying?
yes, you are. Yes, you are. And let me correct myself.
No, I'm just
But
playing, man. I'm just
it's just
playing.
like he
I'm
really
just playing.
emphasizes his love
Yeah.
for his wife. And I'm not saying you don't, but
I don't show it. Yeah,
Brandon's
you're right.
Brandon's a little extra, and we appreciate that. But it's just good to
Yeah.
see you guys succeeding and wanting to do things. It's like how y'all doing? It's like, my generation made drug dealer music. Now we listening to drug user music. It's like they just so drooping, and it's just to me it's killing the culture. But that's a different subject. But when I see you guys doing what you guys do, it kind of makes me, feel like an older brother or whatever. But just to see y'all doing great. I'm not one of those, oh fuck him, he think he better than me. I'm one of those motherfuckers like, damn, I'm glad to see him doing that shit. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. Because I just took some ecstasy.
He on 10 tonight.
Before I put on the mask, I popped the pill.
Yeah,
I
I
actually
believe
thought he took a perk though.
it.
For
But no,
30.
seriously, I celebrate y'all's success.
That's what's up,
You
man.
know, and there's not a lot of people in the world that actually genuinely celebrate people's success because a lot of time people have crab in the barrel syndrome.
Right.
It's, oh my God, they finna get out. Let me pull them back down. You
And they had
know,
the
it's
same
unfortunate.
opportunities to succeed in life, but they chose to be at the booty factory on Saturday nights and Sunday nights, shaking
Now
that
let's be
thing.
driving down the street looking for the booty.
But no, I'm saying it's what you do with your time. Everybody got the same 24 hours. It's what you do with it.
You know what? I have this quote. I actually have this quote um that I refer to all the time. I've had this same quote that I think about for maybe the last like 10 years, right? It's actually Muhammad Ali. Is suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion.
I love that.
So you say this everybody have the same 24 hours? We do. What you do in those 24 hours, we both have them. Just because I took my 24 hours and decided to devote 14 hours to making a better life for myself and you only took 1 hour, that don't mean I'm better than you. It just means I'd rather suffer now so that I can live the rest of my life as a champion.
There's it's not an analogy, but a saying is like, party hard when you're young, so you can, rest well when you're older. And that's bullshit.
It certainly
You
is.
Yeah,
you
That's
that's
should
very
work
backward.
your ass off
That's
when you're
backward.
young and you got that energy. Work hard
Yeah.
now so you can rest later, and you can go to the booty factory and shake that thing. But no, it's just again, that's what we do
he
with our
got the booty
time.
on his brain.
See,
You gonna have to stop aging yourself, man. Talking about shake that thing.
He's like twerk now,
No,
yo. Come on
no.
now.
So Ti has his meme. He says, "You at the club celebrating every weekend. Celebrating what?"
Failure. Failure.
But yeah, I think we kind of veered off. So let's get back to the questions. Hit me.
Okay.
Hit me, young buck.
We actually kind of was discussing this anyway. But how do you think social media has affected the dating world?
Unrealistic.
Very unrealistic. I agree with you. First of all,
They
most
want
of the people are living their Facebook lives. I use that as an overall term, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, they're living their Facebook lives. The live on social media is what they wish it could be. And along with that can be disrespect or be arrogance or whatever. And that's probably hampering you from meeting your life partner, you know? You get on there, I seen the guys with a band, whatever, and they counting. You only setting yourself up to get robbed for that. But if you're on there talking about hoes and bitches and this and that, then that's what you're going to attract. The women are going to stray away from you. Women, if you're on Facebook and all you're showing is your breast and your butt, to me, I've come to this a while back. That's all you seem to have to offer. If you go through random, Facebook posts or profiles, you see women that have real nice bodies, but they only show their face. They want you to know them for them and not because after a while, unless you get surgery, all that stuff is going to sag and it's just going to be a mirror of what you were. But yet you're trying to go quick and hard and you're attracting the wrong people. Sometimes when I look at photos and it be some real nice photos, you got to realize most of those are not selfies. I'm like, who's taking those pictures for? Not really. Who's taking those pictures for? Is probably some guy that's tapping that. So, and what? She just putting herself on the market like that? No, I don't think a real woman will display her assets, and I don't think a real man would display, his assets, his money, his value, openly. Because well, the way we would think is you're attracting the wrong people. The wrong people are going to try to get into your life. They might see you as a come up. They might see you as a mark. They might see you as the next person they're going to rob. So what I got, you don't need to see.
You
And
know what I
social
think when I
media,
see all the money? I think when I see them flashing all their money, they can't believe they got it. So they got to show us. They have their
but
whole
it's in the
life
same.
savings on the book.
That picture is taken in the same location in their mother's basement. They got that money,
Did
but
you hear
they ain't
me
got
say
no
that?
property. They probably got an Escalade, but they ain't got no property in their mother's basement.
They got some 28s on a car that's worth $500.
Right.
But social media is that's what it is to sell. Sell. You have to sell. Everybody want to be content creators because they see, oh my God, I can get rich and famous off, doing TikToks and whatever else it is. But a lot of that time, like I've personally known people that in real life, they would post some stuff on Facebook and then I would go to their real house and I'm like, bitch, who house was that you posted? Because you just
With that
told me you
with that
had
air
bed bugs
mattress on
2
the
weeks
floor.
ago. You know, but again, when you know the people in real life is different. But you don't know all those people, those thousands of followers you have. They think you live a glamorous life. They think, oh gosh, she always this, she always that. Whole time those people be miserable, in debt, probably about to get evicted, car about to be repossessed. If it ain't repossessed,
Right. They parking
they
it
they
three
show
blocks
you
away
the
so they
good.
won't get caught up or in the garage.
Yeah, no one's gonna show you the bad. Hey guys, I did all this. I didn't pay my rent, so I'm getting kicked out. But I still bought that new Louis bag. But I'm gonna
That's
be
going to be
sleeping
out
in
of
my
style
car
in
with the
6
bag.
months. For me, when I post on Facebook, it's me enjoying life. Whether I'm traveling, I'm at concerts, it's me just enjoying life. It's just I'm having a ball. Let me share it with you. Come share my world with you. That's what I'm doing. I'm not bragging, and to a certain extent, I need to kind of curb that and get back to what I was usually doing, is posting pictures after I come back.
You do that for
Nothing's
safety
happened to
reasons.
me, because but I just when I get back, I'll show those pictures. But that's just me enjoying life. I was at the Anthony Hamilton concert this past Saturday. Uh, it's a real nice venue, the Country Club Hills Amphitheater. You guys check it out next year. It's kind of old school music, but you'll enjoy yourself. It's a nice open place, and I was just digging the vibe. I mean, it's just like it's almost like the house picnic. You never heard, gunshots at the house picnic. This is a nice, respectable place, good atmosphere, good music. Uh, and I love me some Anthony Hamilton. I'm jamming. I knew half of the shit he was saying, other stuff I was doing a remix, you know. But that was just me enjoying life. And I just like to share that with everybody. I'm like, you can be doing this too. I mean, shit, the tickets wasn't much. So I'm not bragging, and it's not like, it really broke the bank or anything. I'm enjoying life, and I want to get out the neighborhood, stop going to, you know, get out the neighborhood. Yeah, just get out the neighborhood. There's more to it. I consider myself, I get around a lot. There's so much in Chicago that I still haven't done that I want to do. Just get out and enjoy life. I mean, culture.
Yeah.
Jeremy, what's your answer? We heard from you.
No, I'm just taking everything in, bro. I don't really, you know me. I'm not really on social media. I got off like Facebook. I think it's all fake. No, it's all phony. And definitely nowadays when you have this AI introduced to it, so now you don't know who's real.
Oh
You don't
goodness,
know.
yes.
You don't know what's real, what's not. So I'm trying to stay away. Only do things like I would do it for business purposes or like just keep in touch with people. But as far as me posting things, I stopped doing that a long time ago. I don't see a need for it. And as far as relationships, it's over with. I think when I was dating, I use it, some for dating purposes. And I think during that time was everything was transactional. You can't find anything real, in my opinion, from just going on the web or trying to like communicate. So nowadays, you know what I'm saying, I'm married, I'm laid back, so I'm glad, I'm saying, I'm not in this day like this era now with AI and trying to date now because I think it's all fake and just it's so much. So I just stay away.
And not just AI. Have you seen those like real dark, crusty skinned women and they do the little makeover and they like
The
three,
makeup
four
challenges.
shades lighter, and you be like, damn. That's why here's Roy's date tip. Make sure the first date is in the rain.
Take her swimming. Just take her swimming.
Right. But no, not even the AI. It's tons of makeup, and when you wear makeup, you don't realize you become dependent on it. You need to constantly keep that makeup because your skin has come dependent on makeup. So just be you. Somebody's gonna love you for you. It might not be that many people, but it's gonna be somebody that genuinely loves you for you.
We gonna do a little lighter subject, but what's something that you believe men do that women don't understand, or you believe women do that men don't understand?
I
It's
don't
the bad
understand why
to
men
say
don't
all
listen
those
to
damn
their
purses
woman.
in the closet. And
Man,
I won't. I'm trying to refrain from saying shoes because my shoe game is kind of ridiculous. I mean, I got shoes that's been around many seasons, but they just look well. But I just keep buying more shoes. I love shoes, so I'm not going to say shoes. So purses.
What's yours, Jeremy?
I have a couple. I have two actually. Like so if Ayan is upset, what I'm saying, she would tell me about her day or what happened, right? Like I instantly want to go to like how can I fix it? Like problem solve, you know what I'm saying? But she don't want that. Like she just want to vent to me. Like she want to just tell me what's going on. I just be an ear. So I have to learn like just to like only give my advice or give my input or try to fix it when she asks me to fix it. That's the thing. Like I have to wait until she actually asks me like, okay, like what can I do or what should I do? Then that's my cue, right? But I still don't understand it. I'm just learning to deal with it.
Well, I
Another
mean, first of
another
all,
thing.
it's a good
Hold on,
thing
I
that
got
you
one
want
more. I
to.
got one more. And the second one is going like you can say going to like Target or going shopping in general, right? Me like I have a list in my mind I want to go get, and I go get that, and I'm out.
Speak on it, Jeremy. Come on.
Women, know what I'm saying? Women, I want to say women, but my lady, she
Me
likes to
too.
go aisle by aisle, like looking
Well,
for something
that's
to look
normal.
Jeremy,
for.
Jeremy,
Like
listen to
I
me.
don't get
When
it.
we go to Target, Target will tell us what we need. When we go
Oh
to
my
Wally
god.
World, aka Walmart, Wally World will tell us what we need.
Uh,
All you
oh
do is slide the card when we need you to slide it, okay? So if we decide to walk up and down every aisle, walk up and down every aisle with us, okay?
man.
Walmart, Target, wherever we go, it will tell us what we need to get, even though we have a list in our mind of what we need to get, but unfortunately, a lot of times we don't get it because Walmart or Target will start talking to us and say, "Oh, won't that be cute over there in that Home Good aisle you saw over there? Those curtains that you don't need but you think you might need. Let's go check that out, Jeremy. Let's go, babe."
Yeah,
Man,
shout out to the Walmart on
I don't
95th
know.
Street, the most ghettoest Walmart ever. That's Wally World for real.
It's
Hey, last
definitely
thing,
Wally World.
and last thing though, hey Brandon, the other day, Ayan told me, "Hey, let Jeremy, hey, go to the mall with me and just and walk around the mall." Like, wait, what? Like, why am I walk around the mall and shit? Like, what do you want from the mall? I go get it for you on my way home. You know what I'm saying? No, let's go walk around the mall. Like, wait, what? But yeah, those are my three things, man. You know, what's yours, Brandon?
But you know what she wanted in that moment, though, right?
Yeah, no,
Did
no,
you do you know?
we went. Yeah, we went. We had the time together. You know what I'm saying? We
No,
went
but
there.
what I'm asking is, do you know what
Yeah.
she wanted in that moment?
Nah, tell me.
She wanted to
It's a
be with
love
you.
language. She wanted quality time with
Oh,
you.
well, I gave it to her, but I didn't understand it. But now I know. So you know what I'm saying? Thea, I like this. Come on all the time, man. You put me on two things today.
No, but I
You
like
know,
the
a lot
fact.
of times a lot of times women, we overcomplicate things because we think you're supposed to read our mind, but again, we know you
Mm.
can't. So we'll get like subtle hints. Like I'll tell Brandon, this is what I do every morning when I know Brandon has to leave it for work at 5:30 in the morning. At 5:20, I will say, "Babe,
That mean go get coffee.
please let's go get me some coffee."
Mean go get. That's all she gotta do. Going to get coffee.
Mm.
And
She
it,
got you
at first it
trained.
bothered him. Sometimes a lot of times, sometimes we don't know how to ask because of fear of the rejection of the no. Sometimes, for me, my experiences, so I'll just, give you little cheese bits. Like, "Hey,
But see, I actually like that, even though I don't understand it. I'm kind of like you, Jerry. I don't understand the coffee trips and all that. The Target that just
Yeah.
like gets me. But I've learned in the years of us being together. It's just like that's our time to be quirky to each other.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Because we get the joke, we laugh. You drinking this damn coffee?
Can I say something? Because when you have children, a lot of times when your life is busy, you work, your spouse work, life, life, life. A lot of times you and your spouse are not having a lot of time together because you have all these other responsibilities or obligations. And so that those little moments can make the day. Hey, even though I don't want to go get her coffee, but I'm taking 10 minutes out of my morning. I'm going to spend time with her. We're going to laugh in the car to get the coffee, and I'm going to laugh and get back and, get her in the house. Though, you have to learn. One thing I've learned is that you learn to enjoy the small moments, those small things, because they go a long way. To you, it may not seem like that, but to women, we carry that. And it means a
Gotcha.
lot more to us. So men think a lot of times, oh, I gotta do something so extravagant and I gotta be over the top. But a lot of times, unless you got one of them women, okay? But a lot of normal women that are not impressed by those things, like me, it's more so, I want you to do these things. I like this. Simple things. I'm very simple.
Don't I look like the black hamburglar from McDonald's?
You do, absolutely. You just missing a hat, man.
So look, I got to kind of veer off again. So this is our first recording in about 2 weeks. I suggested that we take a 2 week break. I don't know if it was exhaustion, but I needed to break to come back in with this energy that I have now. And I'm just having so much fun. I just want to say that. And if you notice, Jeremy is out of jail.
Here you go. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
So here's something I wanted to share with you. So when we recorded, I flashed my Cash App sign on the screen. I returned the money. I ain't saying I
Oh, you
got
got
hundreds of
paid?
dollars.
You got paid?
How
Okay.
I ain't
much
saying
did
I
you?
got like hundreds of dollars, but people actually sent some money, and I sent it back like that was a joke. And
Hey, that's love though. Know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. That's
they
love.
wanted Jeremy out,
Free
not in
J,
jail
yeah.
or kidnapped.
That's wild.
Alright, let's do a little lighthearted one again. Who has better taste in music, men or women?
I don't think that's a gender. You can't answer that with a gender.
No, I don't like that question. You have to ask another.
It's just you got to have a connection with music. And if somebody was sitting right next to me right now, if they had showed up tonight, I'd have said I was the better person with music because I am. I listen to all type of genres and I understand music. So I don't think it's a male or female thing. I think you got to have a connection with music as a whole.
Okay. Well, I'll do it's still a lighthearted one though. If there was a place you could travel with a significant other, where would it be and why? Me and Jeremy already gave us.
You
I
already
actually
answered this
heard
one.
Brandon.
Yeah.
I actually heard Brandon say Japan, right? But I actually used to live in Japan for like 5 years, almost 6 years. So that is not a place I would want to go. I thought he would have knew as much as I talk about the place I want to go.
I hope you'll say California.
I know Cairo, Egypt.
Oh, okay. All right. I forgot about that.
Take it to India.
Johannesburg, South Africa. Come on.
I forgot about that.
A vacation location or getaway. It'll have to be someplace with clear water. So, clear water, warm weather. So that's pretty much a lot of places. I still haven't been to the Bahamas yet, and I still want to go. And I think from what I see on TV, it'll be a great little getaway. But I think Bahamas is too commercial because everybody's been there.
Yeah.
Maybe I should say something like Bali or something. It's just real nice there. But yeah, it'll have to be the scenery. The trees, sand, the water,
Yeah.
the weather. No bugs.
I guess I'm the
no
oddball,
mosquitoes.
huh? Brandon. Am I the oddball, Brandon?
You gotta tell Elroy.
Where you gonna go, Jeremy?
Yeah.
63rd and Cottage Grove.
Nah, so you know what I'm saying? Like I like scenic things, right? And also I like the cold weather. So I told Brandon like for some reason like I want to go. don't laugh at me. But I want to go to a igloo resort. So, but it's not like the real one. It's like the man-made ones. Know what I'm saying, with the glass all around it. Like, know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's dope. I want to make some. I think that's
To
romantic.
each
I
his
want to, you know
own.
what I'm
I
saying?
mean, that
Yeah,
sounds
I want to do.
peaceful to you.
I
Yeah.
want to do something like that. Yeah.
Hey, this gonna probably end up being our last question. We're gonna run out of time. But this is a good question. Do you believe men are better at keeping secrets than women?
No, they pillow talkers.
Men gossip.
Let me tell you something. Men gossip.
Men gossip worse than women.
They
Women,
absolutely do.
If it's a secret, a woman has to keep. She ain't gonna tell her friends. They ain't gonna know. Women are better keeping secrets. It's just like this. Have you ever broken up with a girl, or in my case, my fiance was living with me, and she she was already through with the relationship in her head, but she had all her ducks up in a row before she left. So
You know
a
why,
woman
right?
can prepare to leave mentally before they do physically,
Women do leave mentally first.
and
And
can
then leave
carry
physically.
on like everything's
Nothing's
everything.
wrong. You know why?
Robot. Terminator. Terminator
AI.
10. I'm saying AI for real. How?
But no, tell us why.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you from experience, right? For me, right, a lot of time women, my experience, right? Because I was married before. A lot of time when we get married and things like that, like I got married at 17 years old, right? So I didn't never had a job or anything like that. And I didn't had 4 beautiful children. And I was literally halfway across the world. But I literally left mentally a long time ago. So I waited for the perfect opportunity to leave. So when women get their stuff together, it's so that when we leave, we're able to succeed without you. So because it's better to say, I'm leaving you. And the first thing he think is, oh, you ain't had no job all this time. Where you going? Oh, I'm going to my new apartment that's furnished. Bye. That's gonna eat away at him because now he's gonna think, something was, I ain't know nothing about this. Me personally, I never want to leave the situation the situation I came in. If I came in with no job, I want to leave with a job. If I ain't come in with no money, I want to leave with some money. I want to leave elevated, unfortunately, at the expense of the person. Because now we in this relationship where he probably already know it's over, but I ain't said it's over, right? But he know. And then
You don't
as
know.
women, we start doing little things differently. Oh well,
You don't
some
know.
men know, some don't. But that's if you pay attention, because we make subtle little changes, do little things differently. But sometimes you really, it all depends on the man. You will know what you want. But a lot of times women are gonna leave with all their ducks in a row, because why would I leave and go to a shelter with my children when I can leave to my new apartment with
I hear you.
$20,000 in my pocket?
Dang, I hear you. Hey, but I hate to say this, y'all. I have to head out. I have a hard deadline. The guy's kicking me out. No, so I'm gonna let y'all finish it up.
Well,
Later,
actually,
Jim,
that
Jeremy.
was
See you
our,
next week, bro.
Yeah, all right, bro.
Yes, yes.
hey, that was supposed to be our last question, but I wanted to get a piggyback off that question with the Cardi B and Offset situation,
What?
because I wanted to discuss that, because that's a situation where a man has cheated multiple times in the relationship publicly, and now moved in with the mistress.
He did?
Yeah, and he has 2 pregnant women now. So
From what I heard, him and Cardi B was trying to reconcile at the moment, present.
yeah, that's the crazy thing, and that's why I was.
I'm gonna tell you, men with money can do a lot more things than a poor man. I'd
Well,
rather be crying. Let me tell you something. I would rather cry in Istanbul,
in
you know, wherever, than on 63rd and Cottage Grove. Okay?
Yeah, ain't you still crying?
But guess what? Men with money have a little bit more power, because guess what? Some people, it's all about the money. Some women, it's not.
That's
Cardi B got her own money. If we sticking to subject,
Yeah, but
Cardi
at the
B
end,
got
and
her
she's
own stuff.
pregnant. She's pregnant and she's emotional. So a lot of come on now, she's an emotional wreck.
but that's my thing.
And it's still her husband, regardless at the end of the day.
That's what my thing though. It's like, does money really equate to happiness though?
I'm gonna tell you.
I don't know, put you up.
I'm sorry.
Because finesse 2 times, and this has been all over social media. The disrespect of women, telling them to shut up. You're gonna do what I do, what I tell you to do, that type of thing, and flashing money, throwing money on them, and that equates to being happy.
But again, we only see what they put out. We don't know the dynamics of what it's like behind doors. He could have easily picked that money. I'm so sorry, baby. I know they're gonna talk about this. We finna get the bag. A lot of people are so fixed on getting the bag that they would disrespect their partner to the public, but behind closed doors, baby, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. It was for the views. Look, baby, we just got $50,000 off that one post yesterday.
That's crazy. That work. So if I slap you on camera and I tell you off camera, I'm sorry.
Try
that doesn't equate. Like
We're on camera right now.
That's terrible. No, yeah.
No, you know what? I mean, in that situation, I don't see, how many times has she been cheated on that we know of? How can she come back to him? I mean,
a lot of women, Elroy, unfortunately, a lot of women lacks self-respect, self-esteem issues. But at the end of the day, when you have children with somebody, some of these women think I gotta deal with him for the rest of my life anyways, and they put up with the disrespect, they'll leave and then they'll come back. But all it's teaching the person is that whatever I do, you're gonna still stay. You'll leave and have a little attitude, but you're gonna. It's up for the woman to decide if that's something if that's how she want to continue to live the rest of her life. And a lot of these women, and sometimes the woman even know. And it's when he come home to me, I'm not that type of woman.
Wait, you got like I ain't got no missions.
Hey,
Baby,
Brandon,
I know that.
we going to the booty
'Cause
factory Saturday.
Let me tell you something, Elroy. We just had this discussion earlier. I said, a woman trying to flirt with you. He's like, are you gonna be mad? I said, absolutely not, because I know you can't even buy her McDonald's. So why would I get upset? She's gonna be funding the date. She is going to be funding everything. She's gonna be your sugar mama.
You saying Brandon's broke?
No, I'm not saying Brandon's broke. I'm just saying that Brandon ain't.
His household.
I'm gonna know if he took a hoe.
Oh, okay.
Ow. I ain't gonna know about McDonald's or Popeyes, but let him take somebody somewhere. I'm gonna know.
I don't think you have to worry about that from Brandon. Brandon's
I know,
is an
I know, I
upstanding
know
guy.
I don't. I know I don't.
Well,
You know, you sounding a little arrogant right there. You should be a little more appreciative. You know what I'm saying?
Please put him on game.
Hey, I know it's been another great episode, but we're gonna have to end a little early.
So I just
We-
want to end it like this. You know,
Mhm.
I hope the audience, we're getting crazy views with the shorts that he's doing. And if you're watching the show, the full show, and you want to contribute, you got a question, comment, was I out of pocket when I said something, you want to put me on blast, we have a website. It's called, it's literally WT Fellas, FELLAS, think@gmail.com. And we welcome any type of feedback, questions, subjects you want to see us touch on. We started this back in March, April, and we started with no views to getting, 60 views, 40 views. It's going up and down. So we can only go up from here, and we love your participation. Like I said, I feel we needed the little short break, the hiatus. In the meantime, during that break, I haven't been doing nothing but thinking about the podcast and what I could bring on. So I know for me, I got a few guests that we're going to have on in the future. One we were supposed to have on tonight, but due to me running late, she decided, she didn't want to go into a strange room with strange people. No, that's not the case. But I'm gonna bring you some real cool people on and let them talk and let us know what the ladies think. So Brandon, I leave it up to you, my brother. You can wrap it up and we can be out.
Hey, like you say, like, comment, and subscribe. We love to hear from you. Y'all got topics you want us to discuss? Anything?
Shout out to Thea. I'm sorry. Shout out to Thea.
We're gonna
You
name the
awesome.
show Thea and What the Fellas Think.